So, but one thing he also said was, don't focus on money. And I'm like, I'm not focused on money. I'm focused on surviving. You don't see it like that, but I see it like that. I'm trying to survive over here. But, I mean, I live well, but I'm surviving in that. You know what I mean?
Right.
The more you make, the more bills you got. And I think people overlook that. They overlook that a lot. I'm like, no, I live paycheck to paycheck too. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I'm like, 20 minutes for some gum and cheese. You don't even know. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. No, I speak prosperity. I'm blessed though. I am. I'm blessed. But I think the key to my blessings is that I bless others as much as I can. As much as I can, I bless others. I promote others. I network with others. I do what I think is right as much as I can because I understand that that's how we grow. And that's how we help others grow. And if I can be a light to someone else, then I've done my job. Because sometimes all you need is that little bit of light in the room. Oh, we went back. We went back.
That's how it goes. It brings it back full circle. Sometimes we need that repeat, that replay, that connection on a lesson or on a message, and we definitely. We may not see the light in us, but other people seeing it, we're like, wow, I am doing better? I thought, yes, if you would have saw me 5 minutes ago, you just don't know. Man, it's heavy. And I agree with that challenge of the angry black woman coming in later on in our life, because now we're grown. And then the question that came to my mind just in general is, especially when you're in your late 20s, going into your 30s and not being married, the question becomes, how do you move in the world as a single woman without coming off too aggressive and you're not like dependent on...
You want this answer for real? Do you want this answer for real?
I'm ready. I'm getting ready to be ready.
You better get ready to be ready over there. Okay, listen. And this is why a lot of women are perceived as bitter and scorned, because we already been irked too much by people. So we don't have tolerance. So now we come off as just like gruff or mean or bitter or bougie or whatever other term you want to use. But it's none of that. It's fed up. If we could define it, it would be fed up. And that is fed up with the dumbness and not wanting to work alongness, if that's a word. I just created it.
We're rolling with it.
But really, honestly, and at this point, I don't really care how you perceive me. And I go back to it. I'm going to tell you this is my standard, and I'm going to compromise the best I can. But you're not going to take advantage, because I'm not going to let you. And I'm going to tell you that from jump in nicer terms, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to either walk or you're going to figure it out. And I want the guy that's going to figure it out. And I'm okay with that in this dating world right now, because I think a good man is going to respect a woman that knows what she wants more than a woman that's just, oh, I want to go with the flow. Okay, baby. Because I'm not going over the flow. Because the flow going to lead me over that cliff, and I'm not going over the cliff with you. I'm not. I'm not going over the cliff with you. You can go over the cliff by yourself. I'm going to be right here on the bank, chilling, sipping a colada. I can't. Can't do it. Can't do it. We going to grow, or we not going to go. That's it. I'm going to rhyme all night, too.
If it rhymes, we know it makes sense.
No, right? Oh, I don't know how to navigate, obviously. I do date. If I do date, it's usually online because I don't go nowhere. And I meet crazy. Or I meet people that just play me too many games, and I don't got time for neither one of them because I'm just on a mission. And if you ain't on the same path to the mission, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's why I'm at with it. I don't know what to tell you. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. I told you I'm straight to the point. All the time. You on or you off? What's up? Let's go. Because I'm going. I'm on the train. My train is going. You on or you're off. That's it.
The person that's going to stop you in your tracks, I can't wait.
I can't wait. Shoot. Because if he does, I'm telling you, man, it's going to turn into a rocket. It ain't going to be a train no more. It's going to turn into a rocket. I'm telling you. It was over. Because I think, okay, so my brother kept telling me, you just need to chill and you need to just focus on your daughter. And I'm like, wait, time out, Paul. You think I don't? First off, that was kind of insulting. But secondly, the fact that I've been focusing on my daughter for 7 years straight with no life is enough for me. I think I figured myself out by now. I think I figured her out by now, and I think we're good. I think our relationship is strong enough for me to go ahead and date and be okay, you know? But it's like nobody wants you to move on with your life. You just got to live for everybody else and not live for yourself. Like, but in essence, I'm not just, living for me. I'm living for my daughter, you know what I'm saying? She has to have a good father figure. He has to have somebody that's there that's going to be a provider, so I don't have to be two people. You know what I'm saying? It's not
exactly
just cut and dry as I want to be happy or I want to be fulfilled, because it's not just me.
They say it takes a village for a reason, not just because it sounds good. Like,
so true. Well, my mom comes and she helps, and my dad helps. So I'm very, very grateful for support. Please believe that.
Always needed.
It's not the same, though. It's not the same of having mom around as having a husband around. It's two totally different animals. You know what I mean? But, yeah. I don't know. How do you navigate? I'm going to put that back on you.
Oh, okay. Well.
Because I want to learn, too, because I don't know.
Hey, whoever is listening, let us know.
I know.
let us know. But it's funny because, like, I realized maybe a couple years ago that because I've been single, rolling solo, doing me for the past 2 years. And what I realized a couple years ago was that the men that I was allowing into my life was a huge reflection of my relationship with God. So what lets you know that I was very far off if I was by looking at the people that I was allowing into my life. And now getting back to God being the center of my life, being the center focus of my life, and is going to be the center of any relationship that I have, my relationships with people have completely changed. And for me, that is how I get through being a single woman, not being married. So when someone tries me, or like in my apartment situation, like trying to take advantage of me being young and they see me by myself and think that I don't have anybody who's got my back, don't worry about me. You got to deal with God. I would rather you do me wrong than me do you wrong, because I don't want those kind of problems. So that helps me navigate. And my niece is 15, so when she was younger, that struggle was so heavy, and I was younger. So not knowing anybody who has an 8-year-old or, a 10-year-old, it was really, really difficult. But now her being in high school, it gives me more freedom. But now I'm kind of like, I want to make sure I can give her all my time. I don't want to miss anything. And now I'm kind of like, you should have been in grinding mode because you could have been done. And now she's older and she needs you on a different level. And I don't want to miss that either. So it gets tough for me just being more like, I'm going to find balance no matter what, and my sacrifices are going to make sense. I'm not sacrificing her or just things that I know are so important, but I will sacrifice my social life so I can add value to myself by whether it's going back to school or if you got to have 2 jobs or whatever it may be, I'll sacrifice that. But I'm not sacrificing my sleep because I'm listening to such and such's problems, or I'm not sacrificing, you know, I'm gonna meet up with you, and then you don't show up, and like all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not doing that.
Amen.
That I'm not sacrificing for anymore because I've been there. I'm not doing it anymore, and just knowing that when I try to defend myself or handle the situation with people who try me because they see me by myself, and it gets past the point of I've done all I can do, I got to go in prayer mode because if not, we got to fight. That's just my whole, like you said, it's, you get to a point like I don't have time. I don't have time to play these games with you. If you're not in my life to help me grow or for a greater purpose, move. Like just move out the way. And I'm still trying to figure out this thing. Like, if I see somebody, I'm like, God, is that him? Is that him? Is that him? He's married. Are you sure? Like, is he married separate? Or is he, like, you know, married? Like, I'm trying to find out who is it. Because, like, let's just get to the point, like, why are you playing to stick somebody? But realizing that whole, you know, rush is, once you're married, I mean, divorce does happen, but once you're married, you become one with that person, and you still have singleness, but it's not like when it's really just you. Like, that time was just you and God. So I'm enjoying that right now because, you know, when I get married, I don't plan on, like, regressing. I don't want to go back, and it'll be a done deal for me. So I just really want to enjoy this time of my selfness and just me and God and with myself. Now, that was a long answer, and I don't even know if I answered the question, but yeah, what I can say is I handle it better than I did 2 years ago when I got out of that last relationship. So growth. So since there's been growth, that's for me, that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you're growing. I think I am. I think I learned a lot from my mistakes or my errors or who I've been with, but I think I'm trying not to come off in a way that is hardened me, but it's definitely made me a lot more direct, and it's definitely taught me what I want by default of seeing what I don't want. And that's across the board in life.
That you've seen a lot of what you don't want, so you know what you don't want.
I know what I want because I know what I don't want. Cause you know what I mean? I don't know if any other way to say that, but does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does. By looking at what you don't want, yes, you know what you do want, and that's one of those things, like, you kind of don't have to break it down. Like, it's just, you just got to get it. like some things, like, it's just like you just have to get it. I can't break it down for you. It's either you received it or you don't.
I don't know how to make that in any denomination.
Like, if you've been there, you know what it's like. It's like, that's it.
Like, you know what you don't want, so you obviously know what you want. The opposite of that.
Right. Like, I don't want that, so, like, I don't want bad, so I obviously want good because I don't want bad. Like, it's just that simple.
There's only 2 options, so. I hope that I answered that question.
You did. You definitely did. So then, the angry black girl is not your narrative. So what do you feel is your narrative, and are you trying to change it, or more so, what is your narrative, and what do you want people to get from that narrative?
Okay, that's a good question. I would say how I would like to be perceived is as who I really am, and that's like my moral compass is always north, and it's a gift and a curse because I feel like a lot of people take my kindness for weakness, and it's just like you'll find out soon. That's not a smart move. That's not a smart move either. But it's like I'm not malicious. I'm just direct. I think my narrative, what I would like to reflect, and another thing that I stand on would be like I'm relentless. I'm just out and out. I can't be stopped. And it's like you can try to, but even if you move me from here, God's just gonna put me somewhere better. It's gonna make you madder. Like matter. Because it just continuously happens in my life. Like I promise you, every time somebody tries to stop me, God just goes up. I'm gonna move you out of there. I'm gonna place you down right here into this pot of gold. Hey, thank you, God. You knew I was going to go snap off on somebody, didn't you? You knew it. You knew it. He saved me for myself, yo. I'm telling you, he does. I'll never have to go there anymore. Like, I don't have to go there anymore. I distance myself. That's what I learned. If I don't like something, some things you can't distance yourself from. Like, I can't truly distance myself from a job unless I quit. And I don't want to quit my job because I like what I make and I like the way my job flows for the most part, but I just don't like being depressed on the job or feeling like I don't have the tools that I need to be successful while everybody has extra tools and they set. Like, what? How do I have a whole set? Analogy. That was a great analogy. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like I don't have all the tools and a whole set. And everybody else, not everybody else on the team, but a lot of people on the team have extras that I'm missing, and they will not even relinquish them. And I'm telling the teacher, like, hey, I don't have a full set. Like, you need to just use the tools you got. How dare you ask for more tools? Like, they got my tools over there. They got my tools. I'm looking at it got my name on it. Listen, you got to work with them tools. Like, no, I can't even. I need a Phillips, and you're trying to give me. No, I can't use that. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel my life is right now. And I don't want that narrative to say, oh, she's a complainer. But I'm definitely one that's going to stand up for right. I'm always going to stand up for right. And one thing you'll know about me is that I don't care who you are. Like, if you're right, you're right. Right is right and wrong is wrong at any point. If I have a friend and she or he is right, it's wrong, I ain't going to put you on blast because I'm just not like that. Like, my mom and dad always been, like, pulling to the side. We're taught common courtesy and respect for one another, but for others. But I feel like I'm going to tell you you're wrong if you're wrong, no matter who you are. And sometimes, most of the time, I'm going to tell you all the time, actually. I'm going to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you in front of people. If you're my friend and you're wrong, I'm going to ride for you in front of people. But I'm going to tell you about yourself later because you put me in a situation that I shouldn't have been in, okay? And
right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell the truth no matter what situation because that's how I am. And I think people respect that about me, and that's the narrative that I want to portray. Like, you can't even help but respect her because she's genuine, she's respectful, but she's relentless. And you can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at the truth. You might not like the truth, but you can't be mad at it because you did it. You know you did it. It's like, you mad because you got caught, or you mad because this is the truth. Mm-hmm. You know what else I noticed? I feel like people try to flip the narrative a lot when they can't win an argument. And what I mean by that is, and not to go all political, but I used this example and it was kind of perfect because I felt that the narrative of, you know, she's so lazy and she doesn't do this and she doesn't do that, even though I'm one of the top salespeople or whatever, you know, that narrative got to be there because how you going to paint a bad picture, you know what I mean? All I need is to act out one good time. See, I told you, she's angry. She's bad. All you did was really provoke me, and you got the response you wanted. And now I'm like, I'm not even going to give you that response anymore. You can provoke me all you want to. You're going to be, if two people are arguing, they just see two fools. They don't know who the fool is. You understand what I'm saying? But when you're arguing by yourself, you're obviously the fool. So you go ahead and argue by yourself. I'm going to go ahead and continue to make my point. And you go about your day, you know? But when you create this false narrative of, oh, she's this and she's that, and it's really just, I just want equality, it is the same as politicians, you know, saying that kneeling is about the military when it's about police brutality. It's changing the narrative. You're trying to deflect from the issue. The real issue is it's not fair nor equal. Not that I'm an angry black woman. What's she mad about? No one's addressing that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I think the sooner people start addressing what the angry black woman is mad about, maybe there would be less angry black women.
Antoinette!
Come on! Don't get me preaching tonight. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that hit right there.
Yep.
We can throw any person that is trying to be depicted as crazy or angry or whatever it is. Ask them what is driving them crazy. Ask them what they're angry about. Ask them what they're depressed about before just discarding it and telling them that they don't have a reason to feel how they feel. And it's not wrong to feel angry. It's just how we act when we're angry.
Yeah.
Or how we act when we're sad. And that's the thing that we have to answer for. But me being angry, and you don't want to know why or address the issue on why, because if we do, it'll really expose things.
Come on now. Don't be preaching over there. That's what it is. If they really address the issue, it would expose too much. So they're not going to address it. Because then it's going to be like, oh, we tried to cover up this, and that's going to come out. And then it's going to show that we were supposed to give her this, and we took it and gave it to him, and we ain't got no real justification for doing that. But you can blame the higher up, and then how's that going to make us? But that's this to her. Let's move these people over here and have them talk with her so she can stay away from them and not tell on us. But if y'all was just doing right though, this would be. I don't even understand why this isn't even fixed. You know, I don't even understand. I've really been upset since Memorial Day. It's Memorial Day. We had Halloween. Memorial Day. I've been just in this grind of fight. There's Memorial Day, and nothing's done. I mean, something's done. So I won't even say that because some things have been done, but it's like I don't have all my tools.
You just sitting at the desk well, I don't have all my tools. So.
Expect me to do my job. I ain't got my tools. I need a flat head. You giving me fill-ups, and you really want me to work with that. Come on. You can't put a square in a whole peg. You can't do it. You can't. Stop trying to make me do it, because I can't do it. Give me my tools, and I'll do it. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm going to make me a flat head. Give me a hammer. How about that? That's me.
And you gotta say it so you don't do it.
That's the definition of relentless right there. That's relentless.
Oh, you want me to use what I got? Okay.
I know, right? I'm gonna make me a flathead. I'm gonna make this work. Cause I make something out of nothing. You want to try to stop me and not give me all the tools? Okay, I'm gonna makeshift some tools because I'm gonna get this job done. You might not want. You're gonna try to stop me, but I'm gonna make something to make it work. Cause that's how my brain works. I'm always working. I'm just a logical thinker. Like, this doesn't make sense. How do I make it make sense? I'm the fixer. That's what I do.
That's what you do. And you know, it's put on my heart. Single moms have such a special place. And my single parents, people stepping up where everybody else was willing to take a seat. And my mom is a single mom and raised us. And I was just so angry. Like, you know, why do you allow, like, she would still help out family members and just be so welcoming. I was just so angry. And as I've grown, I've realized, like, how did I was protected from so many things, and how did I get through what I got through? And where people fail, God will show up. He will show up. And you don't have the tools, but that just gives God more of an opportunity to show who he is. And they can have all the tools and still not succeed. And I don't want people to fail. I'm not trying to say I want people to fail because God loves you too, but if you're not trying to be obedient, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you were really just trying to just be out to just be a certain way, you get what comes with it. And that just gives God more of an opportunity to show up, you know, by people wouldn't not give you what you need or wouldn't help you out if they didn't feel like you were going to do something powerful with it. So that's where you're at.
That's a mouthful right there. You said that. And that's what I was saying, like, why are y'all trying to stop me so hard? Like, my money ain't stopping your money, so why are you trying to stop my money?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know, if I get the amount of properties that you got, I'm going to make way more money in it than you are. And you know it. And then you're going to be like, well, we got all these numbers, now we got to try to compete. We're going to look bad. She's going to be the best. They don't want me to look like I'm the best. Because if I get the same opportunities, I'm going to be the best. I am.
And it's enough for everybody.
It is, though. The property's getting built every day. It's enough for everybody. Why are you even trying to stop people from getting this money? And we as a company are supposed to, like, you know, be going for this tag, too. It's like, you're not just stopping me, but you're stopping the money that I could be making for the company. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a double-edged sort of, you hurting two people. You're hurting yourself as the company and me for my pocket. You know what I mean?
Right. People will say, like, you know, when I win, you win. No, people don't really get that. Like, they don't really get if somebody else wins, we all win. Mm-hmm. And everybody wants to be in the front line. I will sit in the back. You go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead and work hard. Put all those hours in. I'll sit right here. Not that I'm trying to be lazy, but I'm just like, I'm not putting any more force in anything that I don't need to do. If you got it, you got it. Don't worry about me. I'm not coming for you or your spot or whatever.
That's some greedy people, though. That's some greedy people that just they want to be the best. I already feel like I'm the best, whether I'm in first place or I'm in last place. I'm the best at what I do every single day. Like, I'm not competing with nobody but myself. And I have a new customer on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So for me, or in front of me, you know what I'm saying? For me, that's my challenge. I don't compete as much with people because I know that the playing field is not even. So we can't even start at the same place and competing. You already got a head start. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm saying I'm giving up on a race before I start because you got a head start. But when it's an unrealistic advantage, it's like, I'm going to stay over here and I'm going to make this money. And you go ahead and run. Do you? But I'm not. I'm not because you got to work smarter, not harder.
Right.
And I'm
Definitely got to.
I'm about working smarter now. I'm not trying to run around the world in circles to accomplish the same thing I can do in a straight line.
Mm. That is so true. And the saying that it sounds so simple, you work harder, not smarter. I mean, work smarter, not harder. But like, it sounds simple, but it's actually really hard.
It is.
Because
you have
thinking,
to block for it.
Yeah.
You too. Did you tell them about the blocking? Did we talk about blocking?
No, but we can go into how important time blocking is.
It's so important. Oh my goodness. I didn't mean to cut your questions off though. If you have more questions, I'm here for it. But if you want to elaborate on that too, that's fine too. It's up to you.
Oh no, we can elaborate on that. Just the importance of time blocking is to eliminate any idle time that you have. Because when you see all the time that you spend on things that have nothing to do with what you should be focusing on, I think some people might just break down when they realize they have way more time than they ever thought that they did. Like when you're like, what? I was spending 3 hours doing just scrolling through things, reading articles that have nothing to do with my life purpose or anything. Like just we waste so much time. And time blocking lets you know if somebody's like, can I meet you at such and such time? You can give them a definite yes or no. Because that's one thing I'm working on too in my life of I don't want to tell people no, but I need to know what I actually have time for so I can give them a definite answer.
Yeah.
And I want my yes to be my yes and my no to be my no. And having a schedule allows you to be able to do that. And people have a tendency to sign you up for things that like just because they think you're off that day that you got time to do it. And like just make you feel pressure to come, like kind of like underhandedly, pressure you, mandatory, voluntary. No, just because I'm off, I mean I have time to do that. Like
yes, I have time for me, not you.
Right, or whatever I had planned, and because when people ask you like, "Are you free Saturday?" You go,
kind of.
Like, you gotta think about it.
Yes, no, I won't be. I will be sleeping. That is an activity I'll be doing.
And enjoying it. But
doing and enjoying.
I have no problem of like, when is this over? Because 9 o'clock is my bedtime. Like right now, I'm enjoying talking to you. It's 11 o'clock at night. But for me, normally I'm like, say it again.
I said, I'm sorry, I'm keeping you up. I'm sorry.
No, this is for both. Well, this is for me. I appreciate you even staying up because we both have to get up like really early in the morning and have a long.
I go to bed late and I still wake up early. Like my body. Okay, I go to sleep whenever I crash, pretty much, and it's usually like 11 to 1, somewhere in there. But it doesn't matter. My body's like, get up, 6 o'clock. I'm like, no, I just went. Doesn't matter. Like
I need that bodily function because I am not like that. I'm like crying and praying like I can't get up. I will not get off the bed. It is so painful. It is so painful.
Well, if it's any consolation, I only really get up because I have to go to the restroom. It's like more of that. So I'm forced to get up. My body forces me up. It's so crazy. It's smart. My body's smart. She's not going to get up any other way. Make her go to the bathroom. Come on, get up.
And with that, my body's so trifling. Like, we're going to go to the bathroom. We get right back in the bed.
No, but I force myself to stay up. So I'll get up, I'll go to the bathroom, and then I'll just get in the shower. And that shower just woke me up. So I'm up, and then I stay up, and I'll work on my day. Now, I could lay back in bed, but I would rather work on my day while I have that time because there's no other time of the day that I'm left alone to my own devices like this. So I focus on it, and I say, okay, what am I doing this stuff? Let's write a to-do list. What do I need to accomplish? What am I blocking? All right, let's get it done. And then I start. I call my mom. We pray together. We talk. I wake up my daughter. I get her ready and do hair. Oh, Got to get it braided this weekend because I'm just done.
Aww.
Too much. My daughter's hair is like halfway down her back.
Oh, well, check her out.
No, it's too much. It's a lot to braid and do every morning now. It's a lot. It's cutting into my time, for real. But that's what we were talking about, you know? We need to learn how to delegate our time differently. So I'm just going to get her some braids. I'm just 20 minutes in the morning, I get back. A lot of time. 20 minutes is valuable in the morning. That's a lot
It
of time.
is. In the morning, that is some serious. If you got 20 minutes of just like time in the morning, man.
What? 20 minutes is a long time. In the morning? What? Man. Listen. That's like the whole morning back to me. Like, you just gave me the morning back.
For real, because it feels like it flies by in 20 minutes and you're like running late, so I have to like jump out the window. So you have to get on the steps. Like,
and my daughter's the slowest person in the world in the morning. Do you hear me when I say it takes her 2 to 3 minutes to put on one shoe? I mean, like, girl, if you'll put that shoe on.
I'm telling you, at that age, getting kids ready in the morning, it is like, that should be a test to whether you are, and this may sound crazy, whether you are a serial killer or not. Because I tell you, my niece, I mean, my eyes would pop out of my head like, if you don't get out the door.
No.
I've never been so angry in my life getting the kid ready for school.
It's so frequent, though. If it wasn't so frequent, I wouldn't be as mad. But it's all the time. It's all the time. It's like you have no sense of urgency at all. None.
They don't.
None.
They don't.
None. And like the attention span of a gnat from time to time. Need you to focus. I need you to focus because it's crazy because when you're focused now, you expect everybody else to be focused too. And that's the crazier part of it. Nobody else is focused around you. Focus. So crazy.
That is that payback because all the grandparents can do is just go, you used to do that. Like, you don't even want to do that.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Yes, my mom go, now you see. Like,
it's a little 20 years too late. Like I get it now. I was running late. I was slow. I get it.
But you know what? I learned from my own life. So instead of going down and doing the old traditional, good morning, sweetie. How are you? How's your sleep? You know, I do that from time to time. Yeah, I flip back between the sweet and the disciplinarian. And most mornings I'm sweet. But I have like this wake-up call that I do. And I make her, because I learned this when I was young. When my mom would wake me up, if I was still in the bed and she walked away, I would go back to sleep. But every time she would make me physically get up out the bed, it created that awakeness that I needed, and I would be up. Even if I laid back down, it took me a while to go back to sleep, and I'd just be frustrated and get up and do whatever. So I was like, I'm going to do that with my daughter. So I literally make her, she has to get up off the bed. I do a 5-second countdown, and she has to be visible by 5 seconds every morning. And she gets to me every morning within 5 seconds, and I can physically see her. I know she got off the bed. I know she's fully awake, and she's not going to get back in bed. So she starts her day properly. And I learned that from my own life experiences, which is really cool. And it would still work for me to this day. When I got to get up and go to the bathroom every morning, my body tricks me. I stay up, too. Stay up.
You just still do that. And that's what's up. You still do that. Like, you got to be up, and you got that discipline. And that's awesome. Got to start that day off right.
Thank you. I'm trying. I really am. I'm trying. Pray for me.
Yes, for both of us.
Why did a cross just pop up out of nowhere as I said, pray for me? No lie. My daughter, she had books from the library, and on the front of it, she used to go to a Christian academy last year. And on the front
awesome.
Thank you. And it was probably so expensive. But anyway, investing into your children is important. So anyway, she had the little squishy styrofoam type paperish stuff. and it was cut into a cross. And as I said, pray for me, I picked up her book, and on the front of it was the cross. That's so crazy. But God does that all the time.
Yes, he does not. He is not a father of coincidence. It happens for a reason. It definitely happens for a reason.
The reason is, I figured the reason out. The reason is, before we go, and I'm not saying we got to go right now. It's up to you whenever we got to go. But whenever we go, we definitely have to pray before we go. Because God just said it to me. Because I was like, pray for me, and then I just seen the cross.
Because we say it, we say, I'll keep you in prayer and things like that. And, you know, and one thing is like really actually praying. Right.
No, I do it. If you ask me right then, I stop what I'm doing right then and I do it. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not insinuating. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that some people really don't, like, pray. They say that they will, but they really don't. But, like, you know, I kind of, like this. Like, I'll be like, yeah, I asked them, like, can we play together? Because, you know, if God sent me something, it means something. So I act on that. I tried to.
That's what's up. And it's funny because, like, you know, there's some people that in the morning, like, we'll pray together. It'll be through text or something like that. And, you know, I want, if I'm praying for you, if you're praying with people, you really want to be sure that, you know, that they're really seeing the fruit of it, that you're not just repeatedly just saying you're praying and saying words and we're not checking up on each other to make sure that, like, so how did that go? Remember last week when we talked about such and such and, you know, just really following through with it, really seeing the power of prayer. So I'm all for it. I would love to do that before we go. And before we go, so what I want to do is for each episode, so I'll say, here's a little story that must be told. And then you're going to say, and it goes a little something like this, however you want to say it.
Okay.
Okay? You cool with that?
Like right now?
Yep. We're going to do it right now.
Okay.
Because I can edit and, like, cut all this so it flows right. But, yeah, we're going to do it, like, right now. I'm going to count to 3, and then I'll say it. And then you say, and it goes a little something like this. All right?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Here's a little story that must be told.
And it goes a little something like this.
Yes. Just like that. That's how I want it. So, and I should have it all together by this weekend, and I'll send it to you, and that way you can get a listen to it. Let me know what you think of it.
Okay.
And
Definitely.
so say it again.
I said, okay, that's awesome. I'm excited. This is the first time I've ever done, like, a podcast. This is a podcast, right?
It is.
My first, like, ever.
Yeah, definitely. And there's other things I have in my mind, so I will be reaching out to you on, like I said, we got that conversation chemistry. So there's some things I will be asking you, you know, shooting it your way.
Okay, but you know, I'm always open-minded and ready to learn and receive and teach, and I'm just open. So I'm here if you need me for anything.
And I appreciate that. And so are you ready to we do our prayer before we go?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to lead? Okay.
Now I'm like not a quick prayer. Not that I rush God or anything like that, but I'm like, I don't know, like, I guess to the point. I always give people that heads up because I didn't grow up in the church. And what I'm learning about people who have, not saying everyone, but there's like, there's just certain traditions and ways of doing things that
they're long-winded.
that I'm not privy to. So I always give that preference of like, look, you want me to pray? It's gonna be real quick.
As long as it ain't Jesus wept, we good.
That's right. All right. So I'm ready. Father God, thank you for bringing us together, for inviting the right people in the right place at the right time into our lives. We thank you for everything that you have done for us before we even know who you were, before we even knew who we were. And we just ask that you continue to keep using us to be a blessing to other people, and continue to keep using us so we gain growth, we become more obedient, and we just keep seeking your face and not your hand and building a relationship with you, Lord. We thank you for your unconditional love, for stretching our faith, for showing us how much you love us through the people that you bring into our life.
Mm-hmm.
But we thank you. We thank you. Thank you for this day. We thank you for putting us right where we are right now. Mm-hmm. Loving us who we are right now. Yeah. Not who we think we are, not who we want to be, just who we are right now. We thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. That was beautiful. Aww.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? It's really good to have believers as friends.
Yeah.
And I know that's very presumptuous, but I do think of you guys all as friends, because when you are in one accord, that's where it's birth. That's where friendship is birth, in one accord. You know? Or on the bad side of things.
Say it again. You said, or the what?
I said, but on the bad side of things, mischief. I've seen some friends link up in mischief before too. I'm like, what?
That's true. that is true.
But
some people know how to bring out that side of you.
But they were still on one accord, whether it was negative or positive. They were just on one accord, and that's what they did. For real.
True. They committed that crime together. That's true. Sometimes it inspires you, like, man, if they could devise that plan and all really have each other's back, why can't we do that? Like,
I told you, I'm gonna go and get me my 26 acres and a mule.
That's right. That's all we need. I don't need it. It's 26. I can handle that.
I can
give me my little 20. Right?
Well, you know, it used to be 40 acres and a mule, remember?
It sure was.
It was. That's a lot of acres. First off, I want a half acre, and that's a lot. Imagine an acre.
Imagine an acre.
Gosh, man.
It's true.
A lot of land, yo. A lot of land. But then you got to pay to put stuff on it. So is it, you know, it is worth it. Even if you slept on the ground, it's worth it. It's your property. You know what I mean? You put it
right. Sleeping outside becomes different when you own it. Like, this is not that bad. Like, because you own it.
Man, this dirt feels good because it's mine.
This grass is so green and sleek. Like, you look at things so differently when you got to pay for it.
You are so right. I value stuff totally differently when I have to pay for it. It's crazy. But you know what? I want to say green. Because grass being green. One light tip, and I'm gonna end it on this.
Mm-hmm.
Grass is always greener where you water it.
Yes, amen.
So water Water your grass. Don't go looking for new grass. Water your grass.
Gotta water that grass.
That's going to turn brown if you don't water it. So water your grass.
Keep having all this brown grass, blaming everybody else.
Wherever you go, the brown grass follow. That means you're sucking all the life out of everybody and everything. You just need to water everything. That's what I said. You understood it. People that get it, they get it. You got it.
I got it. I'm going to water it. No matter how small it is. If it's a drop big, I'm going to just put that water on it. Until God is ready to give me some more.
That's right. That's right. You never know. If you water it, a tree might grow. You never know. You never know. You never know. Come on, somebody. You might get the increase by mistake. Come on, somebody. Don't make me preach now. Don't make me do it.
You've been preaching all night. I don't know what you're talking about.
By default, it's my mom, yo. I told her, you trying to make me into a preacher on the slide. You ain't slick. You ain't slick.
Hey, we got to spread the gospel any way we can. Any way we can.
It's so good to be, like, unashamed about it because it's so, you know, in 2018, going on 19, it's like people are so ashamed. Oh, my goodness, it's almost 2020, yo. Well, yo, that's crazy. Remember when the movie 2020 came out? And we were like, that's so far off. It's like 2020 in 2 years.
I know.
Like in a couple months, it'll be 2020. That's crazy to me. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, what do we call that? The rolling 20 again?
I'm down for it. It's weird to think, like, it's like starting over, like, when we think of the 1920s, and then, like, what it seemed like to us, people are going to think that, like, of 2020. Like,
they're going to be like, oh, she was born in the 20s. 1920s? No, 2020. Crazy. Like, what? Wait a minute.
Like, no.
That's crazy.
Anyway, it is.
I know it's like 11:30, and we've been on the phone for an hour and 50 minutes. So I'm going to let you go then. Thank you for playing with me, and thank you for talking with me. I had a great time on your show.
Thank you so much, Antoinette. I'm so serious. Thank you so much. I love your spirit and your energy, and I'm glad you took the time. You were like on and like, you know, why don't we just do it right now? And I'm like, I didn't even think of that because I was just twiddling my thumbs like, well, what are we going to do to call the kids up? Like, and you came right ready for it. Like, and I love that. And I agree.
You got to get ready to be ready.
That's right. That's right. Now I know because I was not getting ready, but I'm like, let me give my little 5 minutes. I got this. I'll set everything up. But, you know, I really thank you. I really thank God for bringing you in my life. I really do.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Like, that's a huge statement. I appreciate it. And vice versa. Like instantly. I feel like pretty much everybody, we just like instantly hit off and just talking. It's just like, but man, I was giving you the Martin eyes mostly. Like, yo, she gets it. It's like, yo, it's so crazy. But I do. I had a great conversation with Lena. I had, you know, me and Les were cool. But I mean, I just think that just being around good people just feels so good. It does. It feels so good. It's so encouraging, and to see you guys drive and strive to be better you every day, it just motivates me to be a better me. So I'm grateful for you guys. I really, really am, and I mean that sincerely. Well, you know, everything I say is sincere, but
no, I received that, and I definitely agree, especially for our age group. From the elders, they will say that they're not seeing or hearing enough of us making that choice to be believers and really walking in it. And I guess it's just a matter of where you look, because
and where you
we
live.
all came together. Yeah, where you live, because we all came together. It'll happen if you really are seeking it. It will happen. And that's why we have to speak up, because there's so many people who are silent about it, and they believe, and they might be thinking of their own walk, but who can walk with me? Like, who can, how can we do it together instead of just me worrying about my own salvation and where I'm going to go? How can we do it together? And that's why we got to speak up. And so I'm so thankful that we had an interview, but that we went there, because God is prevalent in everything we do in our everyday life, that the conversation can't go but so far without us talking about how we're growing and what He's done. And, I would just keep going all night.
No, but
I just thank you.
No, thank you for having me on. Really, thank you for having me on. I hope that I can make another appearance one day in the future.
I would love to do like a year from now, because this is a huge step for me. I've always known that I love communication and being a journalist and talking to people, asking questions and things like that. Like, I've always known that.
You got good questions too.
I be trying, but for me to get to this point of when you know it, and then like almost. I mean, you can't count when like your first 5 years of life, but I'm going to say almost 30 years of it getting to that point to do something is huge. It's huge. It's not like it just came to me. It's something I've always known. So to get to interview the same people a year later so we can document our growth, my growth, your growth, and things like that would be really awesome. And that makes me want to continue to do this even more and make sure that I make that mark. So,
and what if I'm booked up in the year? No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm like, you better say that. You better say that.
Nah, even if I'm booked up, I'm gonna make the time. I'm definitely gonna make the time.
I appreciate it, because I might be booked up. No, I might
be
really
sure, right? I'll be like, what happened to me? What happened to that year? I'm gonna put it on the calendar right now.
Put it in our phone so it can beat a week before. But no, we're going to be doing some like major things, and that it's going to be awesome. This is the beginning. So, Antoinette, thank you for sharing your narrative with me and whoever is listening. And we will talk.
You guys for listening.
All right, you have a blessed night, and we'll talk soon. All right. Bye-bye.
Peace. Yeah, all in your ear. Right now, we have the custodian for records, putting it down for all y'all who don't know how the underground go. Every single day, we grind. We find time to locate that diamond in the rough. Those that don't know. As you sit back and listen to this serious business, know that we're still working, we're still bringing it hard. So all of those who are weak in this game, it's time to up your guard. Peace to all the educated ones who know what this craft is really worth.
Guess what, man? We bringing the ancients.
Nah, that ain't no taste. You good.
You never ask me what's on the flip side.
No. Who cares about what's on the flip side of a record?
I do. Every one of my records means something. The label, the producer, the year it was made, who was copying whose styles, who was expanding on that. Don't you understand? When I listen to my records, they take me back to certain points in my life, okay? Just don't touch my records. Ever.